Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Games and Things. Safety Systems does a great job in terms of building a home theater room for you. Well, you want to build it completely out, you got to get you some home theater seats. And if you aren't doing the home theater room, you can make the living room you've got into a little bit of a home theater room by getting home theater seats. Games and Things, OurGameRoom.com. They carry the best lines of home theater seats anywhere in East Tennessee. Get down to their showroom. It is a fun place to visit. Get down to their showroom, see for yourself. Games and Things. Okay, the only key contributor, let's take a look here. This is the roster with everybody on it. Scrubs, incoming freshmen, guys who didn't play this year, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The only guy who's a key contributor who we know is gone is John Fulkerson. And,
sure.
And congratulations to him on a spectacular 18-year career at Tennessee. Kennedy Chandler, he was asked after the game, and Grant Ramey got heat for daring to ask last night, are you coming back next year? And people got mad. What are you supposed to do in this business? They didn't give an answer. There are only 4 guards, saw this week, there are only 4 guards in the NBA this year, under 6'1", who get at least 15 minutes. His size works against him. But, boy, I think he's gone, and I think his stock is rising.
Yeah, he's gone, he should go.
Okay.
I think we got one chance, and that's the NIL. If we get a big NIL deal, maybe we can keep him.
There you go, big NIL. Victor Bailey, we talked about this earlier. He's played more since we discussed his possible transfer than he did the couple of games before. But thoughts on Victor Bailey? Is he return or not?
I think he's gone.
Okay.
It's in his best interest to go.
If he wants to play minutes.
All right, let me give you 2 other guys who are upperclassmen, could go international or whatever. Santiago Vescovi, is he back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Josiah Jordan James, is he back?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I think so.
Anybody else disappearing off this roster? I would have asked earlier in the year before the Kamwa injury if Hundley Hatfield and Adu would have stuck around, if they might have looked to the transfer. I think they're.
You kind of wonder about Meshack, don't you? Based on minutes, and maybe Powell.
I wonder about Powell.
What's his mindset? And I tell you what,
Transfer
Kennedy
twice in 2 years,
Chandler,
though.
I wonder how much Ja Morant could play into that. I mean, Memphis has got I think the 25th and 29th pick.
He was
I've
praising him
seen
on
some
Twitter
mocks
yesterday.
to where it could be kind of iffy where he goes. I think he goes, but he could be sweating out that draft a little bit.
All right, so you're looking at transfers out. We don't see anybody else disappearing here. Chandler, Fulkerson are the 2. Maybe Bailey, or probably Bailey. Maybe Powell, though that would be 2 transfers in 2 years for him. All right, then you got transfers in. All right, look at this roster. What do you need? Inside presence? Or do you feel that Huntley Hatfield, Adu can develop into that guy in year 2? Or do you still need to go get an inside guy if that's available in the transfer portal?
I'm going to get an inside guy if it's available.
But isn't that hard? That's hard to find.
It is hard to find, but Kentucky found Shibwe.
Yeah, Auburn found one that really got better.
Yeah, Kessler.
Yes.
Yeah, Chuck.
So, yeah. So, thanks. But, I would
Now
go
who's
for
the
it.
schmuck?
And if
I'm used to that role.
But no, I would try to get another inside presence. And I do hope Huntley Hatfield develops, and I think he can, but I would still go for another inside guy.
Mark, or Isaiah, go ahead.
Another guard, too. If Chandler is going to leave, I like the small lineup. Maybe we can.
You got
Get
B.J.
somebody
Edwards
else
coming in.
like
That's
Yep,
a stud.
4-star out of Kathleen.
It's really good.
He's going to get compared to Kennedy Chandler, which is not going to be fair to anyone coming in here, because
different
Chandler
player.
was just a.
Yeah.
That's the best one and done I've seen at Tennessee. Period.
Well, yeah.
Better than,
I still think. I mean, yes, we ended up leading the SEC in 3-point shooting, but I still think we can't get caught up in finding slashers and guys that can drive it. We need to, because Ziegler's going to be around for a long time. I think. I don't think he's going to go to the league early. So I want to still find guys that can shoot the basketball.
All right, tell me this: is this team, if you lose Fulkerson, Chandler, Bailey, let's just say those 3. If those 3 go, and we don't know what you're bringing in, let's say you don't bring anybody in, those 3 go, is this team better or worse next year? How much? I don't think there's any way it's better. I mean, chemistry could make it better, but you would figure it'd be worse. Let me ask you this: how much worse?
I just think, aren't you close to the same? To me, I mean,
Kennedy
maybe
Chandler
a little
off this
worse,
team?
but
You're taking Kennedy Chandler off this team?
well,
Hard for me to say same.
well, I said close to the same, especially the way he's played the last month or so. I mean, I understand
How
that.
big of a step back do you take?
3 to 5 games.
I think we still make the tournament, though.
I think 3 to 5 games is fair. I think being still a top 20 team by the end of the year. But this is also going to be more aligned with how Barnes likes to play. If the big guys develop like they should, they're playing inside out. Another year with Ziegler. I mean, I think the team will still be pretty strong, top 4, top 5 in the SEC.
Good deal. All right, when we come back, let's talk about one other departure and what Mike Schwartz's departure from Tennessee's staff might tell us about Rick Barnes' future. Also, what lessons did we learn, if any, that we can apply to next year? What did we learn this year that we can remember for next year? That's next. Come on back on the Sports Source.